Hey guys, welcome back. It's green! Everything is turning green. And the best part is, the squash has gone vertical. Right there. There's a few of them. So, welcome. Here comes the tour. Hey guys, alright. Just to give you an idea how big some of these leaves are. Here you go. If you're new here, this is my hoop house. Some people call it a high tunnel, but typically it's made with hoops. I made it with electrical conduit. I did do a video on that. And it's, oh, there's a rogue squash that's got to be tied up. It's like right there. Okay, so I want to show you how everything's doing because everything has exploded. I'm going to come through and trim some of these to increase airflow and also give lower leaves a chance to do their photosynthesis thing. So if you have any squash plants, these are my winter squash. They typically vine. There's also melons and cucumbers in this bed. Underneath the trellises, there we go. Underneath all the remesh right here is beans. So these little leaves that are here, for example, this one, that is a pole or a runner bean. That's what all these are. They ran out of room, but they're still trying. Oh, that one poked its little head out. Let's get that back in here so it doesn't get too hot. For those of you that don't know, I'm in Reno. We are at an elevation of almost 5,200 feet, or no, over 5,200 feet. So we're about a mile closer to the sun. That is why I have 40% shade cloth there, because we are too close to the sun, and when things say full sun, they don't mean it for our elevation. I did have one male flower right there, and of course, nothing to mate it with on this particular plant. But, so this bed is beans, all my pole and runner beans, and then running squash and curcubits. This bed here is all bush beans for the most part, except the ones that either Google lied to me about or I didn't read the package right. For example, this might still be a bush. We'll find out. And then tomatoes are up against this remesh, so the remesh actually comes up and around. I did a video on that last year. These beds got built last year. Oh, look, I have new flowers, guys. Aren't they pretty? I'm gonna get beans off those. Doo-dah, doo-dah. So basically what happened was I thought these were bush. They were not. They grew. So I gave them something to grab onto. That's what's going on there. And then my tomatoes, some of them have a fungus. I'm working on it. That is why they have incomplete leaves. They're kind of curled up. I'll probably spray them again here in a couple hours when the sun goes down. Oh, that tomato's going a little crazy. I need to get that one tied up. I only get, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there to come out here. Sometimes an hour when my husband's home. He works out of town. He's home for 2 days, or home for 3 days, gone for 2 days. And that bean, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that. But as you can see, there are some fairly happy plants in here. Oh no, you don't. Under the shade cloth you go. All right. So, oh, look at that one. Oh, look. Whee! Check that out. So this is probably right here. Where's it at? Where's my, there we go. This is either a cucumber or a melon of some sort. It has attached itself to this rogue squash. If you guys are trellising, be very careful. Make sure your plant has been watered the day you're doing this, the day you're bending stuff, because If it's a little dry, it will snap, and then you lose the tip of your plant, and then it has to sprout out elsewhere. Same with the beans. The beans are actually more sensitive than I would have given them credit for. This, oh look, that's going to be probably a cucumber. These are probably my cucumbers. And they are, 4 feet tall. So I just weave them in and out. Sometimes if the little tendrils are curled, I will curl them around something to grab onto to help them out. There's one. Also about 4 feet tall. And then with the beans, with the pole beans and the runner beans, they are actually a little sticky. So I just run them around the poles and keep them going. And they just keep climbing. Haha, look, another one. And another one. I know I'm like a month behind on planting all this stuff, so I'm like super excited that I'm actually getting flowers. I just hope the bees have found it because I don't have any flowers planted. Check these out. Do we have a baby bean? Not yet. Uh-oh, did it get too hot? It might have gotten too hot, but I doubt it. It actually stays significantly cooler underneath the shade cloth than it does outside the shade cloth. But I see buds on the ground and a weed. See, there's a bud, right? Oh, there goes my arm. There, those are fallen buds, so hopefully I actually get some beans. Oh, there went another one. Well, I thought I was going to get some beans here pretty soon. I don't know now. Oh, look. So, why go vertical? I'm going to do a video on that for you guys. Going vertical makes life a lot easier, believe it or not, as far as picking and airflow. Alright, you need to cooperate right in there. There we go. So once that stops being mad at me for kind of bending it, I'll straighten it up and get it up here. There's the rogue one. Okay, so rather than let you guys sit here and watch me play with plants, let me show you what else is going on in here. Oh, I had a flower in there. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you guys saw my picture of, what are they called? Squash bugs. Squash bug eggs. Keep an eye out for those little jerks. Oh, you know what else? Sorry. Try not to go too fast, but look! Baby tomatoes! Again, got a super late start creating and pushing out a human. So I'm just glad that I have anything in here. And I can't wait until this picture, or until this gets totally full like it was last year, and I can take this year's happy place picture. That was also on Instagram. Okay, so you can see I have lots of tomato flowers. I don't have any crazy flowers on them, so I don't have to pluck those off. I'll explain that in another video. I am breaking a lot of rules this year as far as my planting goes. For example, the squashes that are in this bed on this side are volunteers. We pulled them out of the compost. And I'm thinking there's probably spaghetti squash, because this one I would have put in the other bed and ran it outside had I known it was going to do that. So I haven't decided where I'm going to run that vine, but there's, I think, 3 of them that are getting crazy. And my tomatoes are about 2.5, 3 feet tall. I do need to cut back some of these leaves to give less shade to the plants below, like my peppers. Like my peppers completely covered right there. So there are peppers in here. This is a volunteer tomatillo. I did not plant this, but it's got a flower on it already, and look how thick that stalk is. So it's gonna do its thing, and I'm gonna let it, because I lost all my tomatillos when I was in the hospital. Yeah, like This is what it's like to walk through here. Okay. So, a little education for you. If you are growing squashes, oh, I saw one earlier. Where is it? That is a female flower. You can tell because it has what zucchini or squash is going to be on it. And then these long ones that have nothing on it are the male flowers. So if you're like me and probably not going to get a lot of bees this year or pollinators this year, you can take the male flower, pull the petals back, expose the pestle, and make and stick it inside the female plant and help them along. I also have eggplant going. Oh, we might have one soon. Yay! That's eggplant. Eggplant. These are all squashes I started from seed a month ago. A month and like 3 days ago. I looked it up in my phone. See, look, we can't have all this shade. These are okra. This is okra. Yeah, I gotta trim some of this back. I actually just trimmed a bunch of these off, but I'll give them to to my chickens. They like them. Okay, check it out. Female flower, and finally a flower that's probably going to open tomorrow, so I'm going to have to come out tomorrow and see if I can find another male flower. Otherwise, that's just going to die off and I won't get any fruit out of it, which is actually a pretty disappointing thought, because that looks like it's going pretty good. So this year's garden is significantly smaller than last year's. For example, this part of the bed is still empty. I might throw some Elysium seeds or something in there real quick just to see if I can get some pollinators in here to help me out. This is a weed. I am fairly certain it is a sunflower. So I let it go. This is my tallest tomato plant. That is over 4 feet tall. Well, maybe about 4 feet tall even. And there is a bean here that was a volunteer that I let go. Oh, look, that one needs to be tied up a little higher. A lot better, actually. So here's that fungus again. See my leaves, how they're incomplete? They should look nice and pretty and big. For example, like that one. But you can see the difference between that tomato leaf and that one. So I need to come out here and spray some neem oil. Cool. I haven't had any crazy blossoms this year that I've seen. Crazy blossoms mean crazy fruit. So if you don't want those crazy tomatoes with all the different stuff on them, then, or different, oh, careful, careful, careful. Yep. That one belongs on the other side. If you don't want the crazy tomatoes with all the creases and cracks in them, then keep an eye on your blossoms. Ta-da! Yeah. Can you see? I hope the wind doesn't catch me, but we're outside of the hoop house. The hoop house is here. I am here. There's nothing in these two beds except for weeds. There are 13 tomato plants in this bed. These ones I'm letting go a little crazier because I am not going to have as long of a grow season on these because these are outside. There's no plastic to cover these. So when the frost comes and they're gone. So they get to go a little haywire. Oh. Okay, I think I'm about where I was. Sorry, I had to run in the house. The little was crying. Anyways. Check it out. That would be chocolate cherry. Guys, if you guys want early tomatoes, grow some cherry tomatoes. They haul behind. Like, and you can still make salsa out of them. Cherry tomato salsa is actually pretty darn good. I made some with a bunch of different types of cherry tomatoes last year. And, you see them? There's more. Yay. Those will probably be the first tomatoes I get to eat. Yeah, so cherry tomatoes anyways, they're fastest. I did throw some seeds in here. Oh, I might have to come out and hand water them because the top is still dry. I threw some okra out here because the okra plants that I have are, see, look how overgrown these squash plants are. So anyways, there's my okra. It should be at least 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall right now, and it's not. It did get root bound. This one's doing the best, right there. But my peppers, hey look, there's a pepper plant under there. Hot peppers like sun, that's why they're over here. And my squash is taking over. So tomorrow when my husband's home, I'm gonna have to come out here and trim a bunch of squash leaves off. And there's a rogue carrot in there. You see it? Right there. So hot peppers, I probably need to spray the neem oil on this too. If you have hot peppers, watch out for, oh goodness, what's the word? Look how many flowers are on this one. Woohoo! That is pepper potential. That is my cayenne fiesta. Flowers are good. Sweet. I'm very excited about that. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for spending your time here, and I know it's less than last year, but it's more than nothing. And when we start getting a harvest out of here, it's going to be good. So stick around. We'll be back. Thanks for spending your time with me. Have a good one.